Hi, it's Mac. I hope you had a wonderful day. Listen, today, me and the family, we're in Ireland, deep in the Wicklow Mountains. Right now, we're at Powerscourt Waterfall. We're going to spend the next 3 days exploring this beautiful island and looking at as many of the natural sights as we can find. We've seen some of them before, and we want to see even more of them now. It's all about nature, outdoors, and exploration. So let's go and explore Ireland.
The family's Ireland exploration starts about an hour south of Dublin at Powerscourt Waterfall, the second highest waterfall in Ireland at 121 meters.
What do we have over here, Matthew? What is this, buddy? Oh, look at this tree has a hollow in it. Don't go in there, maybe some animals in there, but there's a nice little hollow in this tree. That's cool, isn't it?
And it looks like at the back it's going down.
Oh, it's going even deeper down into the ground? That is really cool.
Powerscourt Waterfall is a part of the Powerscourt estate, and with paid entry to the waterfall, you gain access to the woods and trails surrounding the waterfall. This was not our first time exploring natural spaces in Ireland, but it was one of the more relaxing, with the sounds of the cascading waterfall creating an ambient backdrop for the entire experience.
It's a really impressive waterfall with just the smallest amount of spray coming off of it. It is really loud, though. It's a very loud waterfall because you can get really up close to it. But the stream that flows from the waterfall, just as impressive.
This is one of our first times getting to do a family walk in the woods, and it's been great. I've been really wanting us to do more things like this, taking hikes, just walking along in nature, and this is a great opportunity to do it. Blakely's been asking a lot of questions about all the trees that she's seen, like which trees remind her of Christmas and why they remind her of Christmas. She's also been comparing and contrasting why she likes fall better than winter. So it's great to hear her opinion on these things and just laugh.
You're not on that side, Blakely.
Woo-hoo!
Not that middle, the one in the middle.
Middle.
You see these
What's
old
a middle?
ones? They're like, oh, we did a ropes course. I'm old hat at this. I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Woo!
Trey. Sit, Trey.
Not Trey.
Sit, Trey. Want to take a picture.
Matthew.
Matthew, where are you? Matthew's over here like, I'm climbing to the top of the world. Sweetie, why are you in the world?
I always enjoy driving in Ireland because it's a wonderful experience to share the road with the local wildlife and livestock. As we drove deeper into the Wicklow Mountains, the sights and surroundings became more majestic and immersive.
One of the best parts of driving across Ireland is that around every corner, every bend, every winding road, you come across something really beautiful. We're driving along, a lot of cars stopped here. We're high up in the mountains. Let's go look at some of these views. So we're starting to enjoy being in the mountains. Of course, we've been to the top of Snowdon. We've been a little ways up in Nevis, which is much a larger, higher mountain. We didn't make it to the top of that. It was also raining that day, so we ran out of time. But here, being in the Wicklow Mountains is a lot of fun as well. We haven't done as much hiking as I like, but we have the next couple of days to hike, get the family out, and explore. So we wanted to get a good view of this lake. It's called Guinness Lake, but Lough Tay is what it's really named. But it has this dark color, the same color of Guinness, and the views from up here are phenomenal because we're so high above the lake. It's down below us. Of course, it's not a lake. It's a log, I guess, here. Log. Tell me down in the comments how you pronounce it. I know if we were in Scotland, it'd be a loch. If you're in the US, it's a lake. But here in Ireland, what is it? What happened? Oh, the ground is moving under your feet, huh? It's kind of spongy.
This was one of my favorite locations on this trip. It was so relaxing. The setting was natural, open, and free.
Finish up our first day here in Ireland. Blessington Lakes are right here behind me. We're gonna go get something to eat, and then we're gonna start out again tomorrow, exploring more of this beautiful island. So we come back to Dublin for dinner, and we passed this restaurant called Hogs Heifers, and I said, come on, we have to go into Hog. I love that name, Hogs Heifers. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like burgers, hot dogs, something like that. Maybe a little fancier. We'll go find out, see what they have. Maybe they have some really great wings, but Hogs Heifers, I just love that name. We started to go to Eddie Rockets, which I feel is like Johnny Rockets in the US. I think we ate at Eddie Rockets in Birmingham before, but Hogs Heifers is calling me. Oh, back to another tiny elevator.
The menu at Hogs Heifers was pretty much what I expected. They produce great burgers made from 100% Irish beef. They have wings, ribs, and steaks, so we had a wonderful eating experience. Our second day in Ireland began at the majestic Powerscourt Estates. With the history dating back over 800 years, Powerscourt is one of the most beautiful estates in Ireland. Situated in the Wicklow Mountains in Wicklow County, it was originally an important strategic site for the Anglo-Normans who came to Ireland in the 12th century.
This has been voted the third best garden in the world behind Versailles and Kew, and we just thought it'd be a wonderful opportunity to come out and explore it.
Always on the hunt for large and majestic gardens, Powerscourt is one of the last great gardens ever created in the world.
We have trees that look like this in the US. We have Blakely here watching the babies. Kai and Kenzie all bundled up. It's a little cool out here today, so they're bundled up. Make sure they stay warm. Hey, Kens. What's up, Kai? Pet cemetery?
It's different. I thought it was only going to be dogs.
Oh, what all pets do we have in here? In the pet cemetery. Do you know there's a movie called Pet Cemetery?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a scary movie. I think the pets start to come back, but let's see, we have Little Bot's dearest little friend for over 11 years. Faithful little friend. I think those are going to be mostly dogs. "19 years, hunting companion, 1940. 1926, 1926, 1913, 1915. Bully, American Pony. Here lies Tinker, terrier pet of Guy Wingfield, died 1963, age 10. So we were just talking to the kids about the eucalyptus tree and how it's used. We're telling them that we have a couple chests that's made out of cedar, because this is a California cedar. Oh, I'm starting to get that cedar smell right now, smelling very strong of cedar and eucalyptus. But these trees are massive and really beautiful. Kenzie has escaped the push buggy, but that's fine. She's a good walking baby. There she goes. I really love this garden because there's the formal Italian gardens and other sections that are very, very formal. But then there's the more naturalistic part, which you've been spending a lot of time in the naturalistic part of the garden, looking at all the trees. And I think that that's a wonderful way to lay out such a massive garden like this. But as much as I have enjoyed the naturalistic portion of the garden, we're coming up on my favorite part, which is the herbaceous border. I love herbaceous plants, perennial borders, and they have a massive, long border. Let's go check that out. So we're entering the walled garden, and inside of the walled garden is a long border. Now we're here in the fall, so you're gonna get a lot of fall colors, dahlia, dahlias, as they're more pronounced in the UK. Asters, geraniums, but a lot of plants are already taking on those fall colors. Leaves are starting to turn into this orange, so this border is going to be a lot of orange, dark orange and burgundy colors. Do y'all know which flower that I like the most out of this whole border? Which ones?
These ones. I like these ones too.
Yep, I like these. Look at that, it's Dahlia Poo. This is the one I like the most. I think this is really cool. We're gonna look for that bulb. We'll try to plant it next year. Like Winnie the Pooh. That made me think of Winnie the Pooh as well, because you think about it. Pooh is like he's yellow and then he has on his red shirt. So like Winnie the Pooh, Dahlia Poo.
And then there's the darker yellow for his honey.
Now you're just getting creative, Blakely. They sell this grass in the US. They call it Black Mondo grass, is what it's called. That's what I know it as. Like, this is the official name of it. But yeah, these are really cool grasses. They don't get much larger than that. But you could add those to your borders. These, along with the geraniums, these are geraniums. See those purple right there? Those are geraniums. Those look really good.
So Blakely acknowledged, she recognized them and said, oh, we have them.
We have some geraniums at the house right now. Trey, you like Homer Simpson when he came out of the hedge.
I don't know what that is.
I'll show you later.
Powerscourt Garden has multiple sections and areas, but the most distinctive and visually impressive, especially in fall color, was the Japanese garden. The Japanese garden was laid out over 100 years ago in 1908 by the 8th Viscount and Viscountess of Powerscourt.
Now here's some Conifer. This is banned in the UK, but we're in Ireland, so I'm not sure what the status is here. This Powerscourt Garden is magnificent. We've been here about 3 to 4 hours. The kids are totally wiped out. The twins are asleep. They're out of energy, so we're really wrapping up for the day. For the garden, what part did you like?
I like the Pet Cemetery the best. I know it sounds kind of weird and reminds me of the Pet Cemetery movie from the 80s, but I really liked it because it reminded you again that it was a family home that had family with pets and animals that they loved and cared about. So go learn about their animals. They had a couple of cows, a couple of horses, and of course, a lot of dogs.
Wednesday season 2 was filmed here in the graveyard just down there. Tim Burton, Jenna Ortega, they were all here. Sorry, I don't really know what to say.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your channel called?
Mac and Blair Family Adventures. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys. The last time I was in Ireland, I marveled at how deep and dark the forests are. So this opportunity, we're back in Ireland. I'm like, hey, we have to go hiking through some of these dark forests because they're in the daytime they're eerie. At night, there's no way I'd be out here. Oh my goodness. And immediately, it's like walking into another world. It doesn't have the undergrowth that a U.S. forest would have, but it's just dark under here and quiet.
This would be so scary at Halloween.
Wow, love this forest. Now I can tell that these trees in a row, so this was planted out probably about 30, 40 years ago, but doesn't negate the fact that this is a beautiful, dark forest. You get to walk through it and it's so quiet and serene in here.
Our objective for this trip was to go and explore Ireland, to get out into the natural spaces, to hike, to really experience everything we could experience about the outdoor space. And I think we did that. We accomplished that goal. Hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, follow along. And until next time, take care.